Hello, boys and girls. Today, I want to introduce you to the cross-cutting concepts. These are concepts we're going to use throughout the entire school year in the astronomy, geology, and meteorology units. There's seven of them. So if you look at the slide that I have up right now, we'll notice that the seven concepts are patterns, cause and effect, scale, proportion, and quantity, systems and system models, energy and matter, structure and function, and stability and change. Now, we're going to try to make throughout the year connections with what we do to one or maybe many of these concepts. So every topic that we do should connect to at least one, but most likely they're probably going to make a connection to multiple of these cross-cutting concepts. Now, I know you might be thinking, I have no idea what some of these mean. That's okay. We're going to take it slowly and kind of ease into these and kind of learn how to use them and how to connect to them. And then before you know it, you'll be making connections like you're a pro at this. So these are the seven. This next slide is going to give you some more detail about what each of the seven mean. But I know this can get a little overwhelming. So for the first one that we're going to do, we're actually only going to focus on two of the seven. So forget the last five. We're going to focus on either patterns or the cause and effect. So don't even worry about the other five right now. But I think a lot of us are at least comfortable with what a pattern is and what a cause and effect relationship is. Again, a pattern is something that keeps repeating itself. It's like predictable. You can kind of predict what it's going to be. It's in, a repetition of something. I'm sure we've heard of that before. And cause and effect, like there's many examples of cause and effect. Like one that I just thought of off the top of my head is if you take water, which we all know what water is, and you heat it up enough, the molecules that make up the water begin to move really fast. And as a result, the water boils or turns into a gas. Okay, so that's kind of a cause and effect, like heating up water will cause it to boil or turn into a gas. You could also go the other way, that you could cool down water, which would make the molecules move slower. And as a result, you would get ice or it would turn into a solid. So cooling it down would, as a result, turn it into a solid. Another cause and effect would be something as simple as, let's say you use an alarm clock to get up in the morning. If you forget to set your alarm clock, the effect of that could be that you're late to school, to work. If you forget to charge your Chromebook or your device, the result could be it could die on you and run out of battery. So there's a lot of cause and effect relationships out there, especially in science. So we're only going to focus on these two. Now, what you're going to do, this last slide, and by the way, this is all going to be assigned to you on Google Classroom, these three slides. You'll see it as the cross-cutting concepts astronomy assignment number 1. So here's your job. You're going to think about what we've learned so far in the astronomy unit. And we've learned a bunch. We've been talking about what the Earth does. We've been talking about why we can live on this planet. We've been talking about the seasons, the way the Earth moves. You're going to choose one of the two concepts. So either patterns or cause and effect. So one or the other, not any of the other five. And your first step is going to be whatever one you're more comfortable with, you are going to highlight that concept on this document. So you might choose to highlight patterns. You might choose to highlight cause and effect. You only have to do one. After you choose which one you're going to do, number 1 down here says, how does the concept you highlighted above connect to what we have learned so far in astronomy? Type the answer below using the sentence starter that I provided for you. Make sure to provide enough detail. So the second piece is going to be, you're going to complete this at the bottom. It says, I chose the concept, question mark. You're going to erase the question mark and replace it with either patterns or cause and effect. It connects to astronomy because, and this is where you need to think of, how does a pattern connect to something we've done in astronomy so far? Anything that we've learned, did you notice a pattern anywhere? And talk about it. Or you could do cause and effect. Have you noticed anything with astronomy so far that has been, something happens because something else happens? And we have talked about a bunch of these with astronomy so far. So I'm hoping these two, the patterns or cause and effect, can be hopefully an easier one for you to connect with. Now, there might be some people that might be able to do 2 in 1. You might be able to highlight patterns and cause and effect and kind of talk about a combination of the two. I'm fine with that as well. Of course, we're around to help you. So let me know if you need any help or to get started with an idea. But that might be good to kind of think about what we've talked about first in astronomy, and then see if you can connect it to one of these two cross-cutting concepts. So your main goal is going to be to complete slide 3. Okay, and actually, I already noticed. Let me fix this right now. I'm going to make that a number 2 instead of a number 1. That makes more sense there. All right, so good luck with this. You're going to complete this today after you have completed the quiz. So you should already be done with the quiz at this point. All right?